welcome to a tutorial on how to determine best fit end of year MYP criterion scores. In this tutorial, I'm going to share with you some pro tips and do some student examples to help you sort of think about how you're thinking when you're determining the best fit scores. So let's do this. Some pro tips. A key here is to remember that the best fit grading involves the use of all available evidence to assign a professional and accurate score that reflects the student's current level of performance or mastery. So when we are looking in ManageBac, we are looking at the academic term graphs for criterion A, B, C, and D. We're going to use the provided data in the chart to determine the score for each criterion. Best fit grading is not averaging scores. So when you're looking at it, you're not really looking at the average, you're looking for trends, for outliers, for growth, or maybe a little bit of a decline. But look at the data, determine what you need to see, and sometimes you may need to go back to the MYP subject guide, to the assessment criterion, and read the descriptors for each of the levels. Summative assignments that were more than 21 days late earn a score of 0. While zeros may be included in the determination of a best fit score, the weight of the decision-making process should be placed on work that is turned in and the evidence provided. The grade is determined by applying professional judgment to each criterion. The best fit score should be no lower than the average, rounded down. For example, if the average is a decimal between 3 and 4, a 3 is the lowest score that can be assigned. Again, we're not averaging, we're just using that as a measurement to help us determine what the lowest score could be, and then using our best fit professional judgment to determine the best fit score. If you're having difficulty determining a best fit score, you should refer to the assessment criteria found in the MYP subject guides and read the descriptors. Please choose the descriptor for the score that best matches the description of the student's work. You can also look at available formative assessment data to inform your final decision. Students need a minimum of 10 out of 32 marks to earn a passing score of 3. If a student does not earn a minimum of 10 out of 32 marks, please refer to the promotion strategy document that is part of the Lincoln Lowdown. If you have any doubt about a best fit score or anything to do with best fit scores for MYP, please ask the MYP coordinator, that's me, for moderation. I am more than happy to help. As I said, we're going to look at some student examples. So this is our first example. This student earned a 7070763. Now when I'm looking at these examples, I'm looking at just the numbers. As the student's teachers, you will be able to know more about the student's performance, what the summative assignments were, and how everything fits together. So, a score of 7070763 demonstrates that the student is working at a high level of proficiency. However, there's a couple of missing data points and there's the outlier of a 3. When we're looking at the charts, the graphs, we also need to look at the bars that are furthest to the left are the summatives that were at the beginning of the school year, and the bars towards the right are the most recent scores. So this student has been consistent until that last most recent summative. I would give this student a recommended score of a 6. The student cannot earn lower than a 4, but based off the data presented just with the numbers, I would say the recommended score is a 6. I have enough data represented that I am not really factoring in those zeros for this criterion. Example number 2. This student scored a 5.42. So this means that the student started off at a high level of proficiency, and now with the most recent summatives is resulting in not even a passing score. So I have to think about the summatives, the student, and maybe even formative data. Now the student can earn no lower than a 3, so my recommended score would be a 4. I would also want to look at the criterion descriptors for this criterion and see what the difference between a 4 and a 5 and what a 3 and a 4 is. That would help me determine a best fit score. Example 3. This student earned a 3.35. So we see an upward trend of growth. The student recently demonstrated his or her best work on the most recent summative. So again, the student can earn no lower than a 3. However, a recommended score of a 4 would be justified, or if you had additional formative data or reading the descriptors from the criterion, the assessment criterion rubrics in the MYP subject guide, you could justify a score of a 5 because that's where the student is working right now. And if you have any questions or concerns or you're feeling lost, feel free to reach out to me. My chats and my door are always open. Good luck, and let me know how it goes.